right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Greene here. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I've got the rain in front of me and a beautiful view, and I want to offer some commentary today, take things to another level regarding the artificial intelligence conversation, and I think adding a lot of depth to the conversation that very few people are seeing, because this is a full AI takeover of all humanity, and you need to understand the general direction of where this is going and also how it ties in spiritually into all of your lives. So this may be, in fact, the most important broadcast you've ever listened to. Before we get started, please retweet this, like it, heart it, share it. Let's get more people to fill up the room, and then I'm going to be explaining exactly in detail what is happening with the AI takeover of humanity and our civilization on a whole. This is extremely concerning, and it is the direction, inevitable direction of where we are being led. Sheep to slaughter. And this ties into every aspect technologically of social media, of course, which all human beings have been programming in AI and artificial intelligence for nearly 2 generations now. This includes all the major social media apps. This includes every technological platform that you're currently using. This includes the imprints on your phone, the tactile imprints, the social imprints, the social influencing, you name it. And this is taking over not just human biological sovereignty, but also in the field of war. So let me give you an example of this. Please like and share. Get this out to as many people as you can. I was reading an article from Henry Kissinger talking about we are currently in an AI war. And we are living through now the new wartime period. Similarly, you hear that thunder? That thunder from God? It's pretty incredible. It's raining out here again in Maui today. But talking about how we are in an AI wartime moment. So World War I, World War II, tens of millions of people and their lives lost, traditional battlefields, lines being fought over resources. Human resources, again, are always the focus. It's been the reason for everything that's happened over the last couple of years. This has been an AI takeover. Now it's artificial intelligence. It is the East and West fighting each other, China principally leading their AI movement, the U.S. leading their AI movement, and all of these chess pieces being moved strategically, statistically, methodically, and in sequence, which has all been well thought out in advance and highly, highly simulative methodologies. So let's get into some specifics, and please like and share this, get it out to as many people as you can. You're probably reading about new software from OpenAI, something I've been discussing for some time now. Their open source software, their GP chat, there's another technology called DALL-E, I believe it is. Some of you may have experimented with. You've seen the photos that I've uploaded into apps like Lensa. There's many competing frameworks for all of this. Well, you'll see that we are at the stage now with artificial intelligence where the AI has taken off a hegemonic life of its own. Okay, so the AI is a self-thinking, self-learning, self-replicating bot at this point. It's tying in, of course, to the hive consciousness mind milieu of our entire human civilization. And I would argue it's already overtaken humanity. This, of course, is why Elon Musk and others, and his acquisition specifically of Twitter, was accomplished. And it was financially engineered through a buyout of $40 to $50 billion. Because Elon Musk knows what I know. He knows that not only is AI summoning the demon, to quote him directly, but it is the greatest and gravest threat to human civilization, bigger than the nuclear threat today. Let me give you another example. Vladimir Zelensky in Ukraine is also part AI. No, I'm not saying he's not a real human being, because he is a real human being. Of course, he's in the flesh. He's a man. He's a person. But they are also deep faking many of his broadcasts and using artificial intelligence. And they do this for political leadership all around the world, whether or not it's Zelensky or it's the president currently of the United States, Joe Biden, although much contested. So the whole war, this whole blueprint, the entire economic financial system, the social engineering of mankind, the brainwashing of our society to move people in lockstep into the new normal, into the new system, the biological integration of human beings in a cyborg fashion in a transhuman event is exactly what I just described to you. An AI artificial takeover of all of humanity that will affect everything from currency, money supply, the blockchain, and even the biological integrity of human beings. But here's where a lot of people are missing, because I hear discussions of this. I'll hear people like Andrew Tate talk about it. He'll say things like, for example, AI was invented by nerds, and so that you should exploit AI to your advantage. You should exploit it to be the top G, okay, which I actually agree with. You should do that. And yes, the whole internet was crafted by nerds and dorks. All these people are nerds and dorks. In fact, the oligarchs today that rule this world are all nerds and dorks. And they're the ones constructing and framing society, people that can't even look normal human beings in the eye and hold a conversation piece with someone. These are the people you brush past on the street that now have more control over all of human civilization that has ever occurred in human history, making them themselves almost AI-like, godlike figures that, by the way, have already integrated with the technology. And I've said this for years, many years. Zuckerberg and others have already integrated, including Musk, with their AI chips, okay, with the transhuman Borg itself, with the microprocessors, with the interlacing technologies like Neuralink. They've already been experimenting with all of this. So you're in a world now where AI mathematically, psychologically, taking on a life of its own, self-replicatable bots, tying into a hive mind consciousness milieu, controlled by frameworks and platforms like Twitter that then data mine that information, use it against you, monetize it against you, control all of society, human thought, thinking. And the ultimate goal is the unbelievable psyop of stealing your humanity, but also your spirituality. Again, the AI's goal as it rises, which I believe this to be the beast, and this is where I'm coming down into the undercurrents further to give you the real truth and the real bombshell information of what actually really matters. Because it's not just about exploiting things in your life. It's not just about making money. Okay, it's not just about 1000xing. It's not just about starting businesses and doing all those things, which I encourage you to do to improve your life. It's about understanding the fundamental truth of what this world is, a fraud and an absolute illusion. And the AI takeover truly is the beast system. It is Satan himself. And it is the deceptive illusion and the worship of this rising beast. So when we speak about the AI, when you hear people talk about artificial intelligence, when you're learning about new technological innovations like Neuralink, etc., realize that this is the underlying truth. That you tuning in, my brothers and sisters, are at war. Your swords must be out. Your defenses must be on hand. This is a spiritual battle. It is a spiritual war. And so the AI war, World War III, fourth, fifth generation warfare is being fought right before your very eyes. It has much more to do with social engineering and social conditioning than it does nuclear or atomic weapons. Although I do believe that some tactical nuclear and atomic weapons will be dropped by the AI, structured by the AI for more psychological brainwashing and control. As more resources are divvied up, landlines drawn, as the war in Ukraine spirals out of control into a global theater event, as coups d'etats and other attempts, possibly even Moscow, occur in the coming days, weeks, and months, and or as Putin cements himself as global hegemonic leadership, along with the BRICS nations, Russia, India, China, and so many others that I discuss on a normal basis. This is the real truth. This is what you really need to understand. This is really the top G conversation. But again, people only half getting it right, half understanding where we really are, half understanding their role and their involvement in this psychological brainwashing, technological manifestation of the beast. So as this rolls out, as this manifests itself, and it goes exponential as a self-learning, self-replicatable, self-thinking. And you can think about this not just from an AI technology footprint, as it rains on me today, from an algorithmic, programmatic standpoint, from its own implementation of its own strategies, okay, but from a physical and a biological level, from a monetary level. All of these things that I'm discussing with you and telling you in this very moment, as we sit here on this beautiful Sunday, as the rain pours in front of me, as you and I both spiritually awaken to the truth, called on by the Holy Spirit. For those of you with the minds to see, the eyes that are truly open, and the ears to hear, know the truth. Know that you have the power that through God, His energy, through the Holy Spirit, through the Father, through Jesus Christ, that the beast will lose. that the spiritual war will be won by the victors, will be won by you, the light warriors, will be won by you, the truth seekers. My whole goal in life, my calling from God, as he's constructed me as an invincible weapon for him, is to bring this truth to all of you. But to not only bring you the truth, but to help you to rise to a whole new level of spiritual awareness and consciousness, to be one with God, to be one with the Creator, to be one with Jesus Christ, our King, and understand that we are living through end times. We are in the beginning and in the midst of the tribulatory period. And this is an AI war. It is an artificial intelligence takeover of all of humanity. And it's meant to deceive. It's meant to make people feel like they do not matter, that they do not count, that they cannot compete with the technology. And this is why human beings are attached to their phones like never before. It's why they will take the mark. It's why they will take the Neuralink chip. It's why they will use more of this software and more of this AI and more of these programs for their business life, to answer questions, to speak with Siri. But understand, we're all part of this board. We've all been programming it together. We also have the power to change it. If we human beings are the high mind, high level intelligence programming the board, what it means today is that we can influence and actually change its programming. Because again, the beast and Satan can never recreate life, could have never created Adam and Eve, could have never created the beauty of what it is to be a man and a woman, literally from the rib of a man. They can only imitate it. They can only pervert it. And this is why they're using human beings as the base level motherboard for the transhuman agenda. Because none of these technologists, nerds or dorks, could ever create life or build life. Again, they can only build on top of it, and they can only pervert it in a master satanic perversion of the truth. Lies and deception. So 2 angles I'll close with today. Please like and share. Get this out to as many people as possible. Retweet this, because this is an excellent episode, which I believe is game-changing and is life-changing. There's 2 areas of focus that I would like you to think about. And then number 2, take action on today in your own life. You should profit from the AI revolution. You should exploit it. Many are correct about that. You should use the technology to your advantage, but you should use the technology to your advantage to fight for truth, light, and liberty. And secondly, you should understand this is a spiritual battle for your soul. That as the AI beast rises and takes over, which is in process now, all of humanity, that you will be tested, that you will be faced with the truth, that you will have to make decisions on your path moving forward, of which many of your brothers and sisters will fall. Many will choose the beast. Many will choose the lie. The lie and the deception and the deceit is much easier to accept than to convince a man that he's been lied to or deceived. So in closing, do not be deceived. See the truth, see the light, and I call on the power of the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ himself and the imminent return of our King, which is soon, that you would all be enlightened today, and that you spiritual warriors would continue to fight the good fight, shining the light of truth with your sword and your helmet of faith and hope and your shield of the Lord. I'm Christopher Greene. 1000x yourself to the freaking moon. 1000x and beyond. We are the spiritual light warriors. We are the first multi-billion-dollar island project opportunity in the world. The number one fractionalized, tokenized blockchain technology, never been built before. We are replicating worldwide. We are empowering people. We are creating cash flows, large capital gains opportunities, 1000x returns, and so much more. Because somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to fight the good fight. And you, all of you tuning in, are my soldiers. God bless. Jesus Christ is King. More information on that and a whole lot more, islandproject.com, also islandprojectclub.com. Please like and share and retweet this message around the world.